We have Thailand's government giving protesters one more chance. Ceasefire talks are on to give women and children more time to evacuate the protest zone in downtown Bangkok. Now, around 3,000 people remain in the zone, and they refused to leave by yesterday's 3 p.m. deadline. At least 36 people have been killed in the past 4 days of fighting. Nearly 300 have been wounded. The government is worried that violence could spread to other parts of the country and has now put a third of Thailand under a state of emergency. Businesses and embassies still remain shut in Bangkok. Let's get the latest this morning from the Thai capital and bring in Haslinda, Amin, who has the latest from the front lines. And she's been there for the past 4 days. And Has, what's going on this morning?
Well, Sue, dawn's just breaking here in Bangkok after an all-night offensive and series of explosions. It's pretty much eased up somewhat in the past hour. You can still hear the occasional gunfire, but not the successive attacks when it was still dark out there. Now, clashes are continuing for a fifth day in and around sites where protesters and security officials are clashing in central Bangkok, even as the government moves towards easing the escalating tension. There seems little sign that things are abating. As the day breaks, we can brace for more smoke rising over the city. I mean, if past days are anything to go by, then we can expect the red shirts to set fire to tires already soaked in gasoline, which form part of their barricade. As you said earlier, the government extended the deadline for the red shirts to evacuate the area, but it's hard to say if that is actually working. A leader of the protesters came out to say that, you know what, he's been urging the government to call a ceasefire. He says the red shirts are willing to negotiate, but only if the United Nations is the mediator. I mean, he's also seeking the government to stop calling them terrorists. I mean, he says the protesters are not even armed. They're not terrorists. The government, on its part, is saying that it will not accept any intervention from international organizations. So at this stage, the tension and fighting are pretty much contained within the capital, Bangkok, and some say that's the one thing the government has done right. Sue?
Hey, Has, what about the state of emergency being employed for a third of Thailand at this point? What about this precaution that the government is taking?
Well, the reason why it's done so, it's because he wants to contain the violence to just within Bangkok. It's a huge risk, and the consequences could be detrimental if it spreads to the rest of the country. I mean, failure to contain the violence will only widen the social rift or the rich-poor divide within the nation. I mean, it could be the cause for havoc and paralysis to the country, and that's the reason why that state of emergency was extended to, 17 out of the 37 provinces in the country. Now, Thailand can ill afford for the violence to spread beyond Bangkok. As it stands now, the government is struggling to put a lid on the protest. Reconciliation and nation-building efforts would be a mammoth task from now on.
Okay, Has, thanks for that. Haslinda, Amin on the front lines of Thailand's capital in Bangkok.